Morning, guys. It is raining and cold here in Idaho. I'm here to pick up my brother's skid steer. On my way home, so let's go do that. Skitty and taking it to Wyoming from Idaho, so not too shabby. This is where I picked up and dropped off my brother's skid steer and did a swap. That's the skiddy I swapped out for my brother's. It's going back to the guy that he borrowed that from. So, time to go home. Guys, well, trip's almost over. We're about 7 miles from the house. Excuse me. I'm gonna unload the skid steer before I shut down. Probably don't gotta do it tomorrow. Alrighty guys, I just booked my first load with the semi. We're going to let this air up. Pretty sure I got everything out of my truck that I need. I need to go up onto the computer and put this truck in my system so I can log in with my ALD. Alright, I want to say we have everything. We're good to go. I gotta put the address in. Alright guys, so I got my dash cam, the dual that's facing out and in. The GPS, obviously my CB. ELD is all a disaster up there. I just threw it all in there because I gotta get going. I didn't realize I was gonna get a load booked that soon. My truck is a disaster. I got majority of all the garbage taken out already. Majority of all the paperwork done. All the other paperwork's down there. I should be good to go. I got they're supposed to email me my IFTA temporary tag. Those are in the mail. I have my trip permits though, so just to talk about that, guys, as I'm trucking along, is basically you don't have to have IRP and IFTA. You can do trip permits. I was told no by the DOT that I can't, but I called the scale house and then I called JJ Keller and they have trip permits. They have trip permits for IRP and IFTA. For 3 states, for 3 combos, it was $390. Which works out because I want to get working in my semi. I don't want to be in the HOTSHOT. So we're heading off to get our load right now. We're about an hour and a half away, which is awesome from the house for a load. It's paying pretty good. I'll have to do the math. I don't know what the math is right now, but I can tell you that when we get there. So it's Lovell, Wyoming to Tacoma, Washington. So we should be there tomorrow morning. So pick up today, deliver tomorrow. It's crazy, dude. I was just in my HOTSHOT yesterday. This is quite the place for the van pickup. It is Wyoming, so it only makes sense. It's a mine. I'm picking up at a mine. Veer off to the right. Alrighty, we're loaded. It's probably the quickest loading I've ever been in. I guess when you show up at the last second, they kind of want to go home, so they'll load you up. So right now, I'm just sliding my axles back up. usually want it right in the 6th hole. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put it in the 5th. Release the air. Okay, so see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I usually run in the 6th hole, but the weight's a little bit further back, so I'm gonna put it in there just to see if that'll do it. All right, we're in. Once we get our bills. Alrighty guys, we are on the road, headed to Washington. 10,002.
Turn right on US 14A.
33,580 or 33,580, and then 32. Basically, we're 76,200. We're legal. All right, stop to get some fuel. I haven't filled this thing up since I bought it, and we still have a quarter of a tank left. Well, hold on, a little more than a quarter of a tank left. So I just figured, I saw $3.75 a gallon at a Pilot, so why not? Go to the other side. Kind of nice to see prices like that at a Pilot. Usually it's a 1.9. Let's get the windows washed. Alright guys, I didn't get to show you this load because I was on a mine and they wouldn't let me get out of the truck, so here's my load. It's extra high yield drilling fluid. I think it's just going to the other location up in Washington, same company, so I'm gonna go ahead and reseal it. So I was gonna wait till tomorrow morning for Loves to get my DOT inspection done, but I went ahead and went ahead and just got done here at TA actually just a little bit ago, but unfortunately I failed. I have 2 airbags that were leaking, and it's odd that they weren't ever leaking before. I don't know, they're just trying to get money out of me, or I don't know. It is what it is. So I have to wait till tomorrow morning for them to replace it. So they have 1 airbag, but they have to order another one tomorrow, so I may not be getting this load unloaded tomorrow. Highly doubt it. Well, we are still on the road. I left Missoula, I want to say 10, but that's probably not right. It was probably a little later. Let's see here. I probably left Missoula like at noon. So I've been driving for 7 hours. 7.5. Probably about 11:30. Between 11:30 and noon is when I left. It's currently 6:30. And we have 81 miles, well about 79 miles left until we're stopping for our 34. I wasn't planning a 34, but this load doesn't deliver until Monday morning, so I mean, Saturday and Sunday. So I'll get a 34 weight. There's a couple loads that I've kind of found that are going back down to Idaho and Utah. There's one going to Billings, some in Wyoming. So I don't know. I'll just have to keep my eyes open. I should be unloaded by the time loads get posted. My appointment time is at 7 in the morning, so they should be just getting hit on the boards by the time I'm empty. But to kind of talk about what happened with my inspection for my annual, everything was good, but except for I had 3 out of the 4 airbags were leaking. Apparently, I never heard a leak. But at the same time, they were doing the test where they, like when I was in there, and the guy was, doing the air test and everything. I was, slamming on the brake hold and releasing the valve multiple times. So that could have caused something to come loose, or I don't know. Right now, we're just climbing a hill. We're 30 miles away from North Bend, so just this pass. And if it's loud in here, I'm sorry, because wrapped up, the engine's wrapped up, the fan's blowing, just loud. It's not my HOTSHOT no more. I'm in a big old truck. So if I'm either screaming, it's because I can barely hear myself. But yeah, I don't know if I saved the picture of I can take another picture of the invoice when I get stopped or tomorrow, and I can put the picture up right here. But yeah, $1,230 for 3 airbags and the annual DOT inspection. I don't know if it would have been different or cheaper anywhere else. I know Love's was $5 cheaper on the actual inspection itself, so I don't know if, I'm sure they probably charge the same for the airbags because they had the TA. I did it at the TA. I was gonna go to the Love's, but they were closed by the time I got there. TA was open. I was like, well, if I can get it done tonight, I can keep driving another 100 miles and then shut down. Well, obviously I had the air leaks in the airbags, and I didn't shut down for the night there in Missoula. And the tech wasn't gonna do it, but he's like, you know what? Let's just get the airbags. I'll do them right now. We got a half hour until he leaves, and then the night shift guy was gonna come in, and he comes back. He's like, sorry, it's actually 2 airbags, and they only had 1 in stock, so they had to wait until Peterbilt opened this morning to get the other bag. And then the tech today got the two swapped out, and then he comes in, he's like, there's actually another one leaking. So yeah, that's the update on the annual inspection. I passed. I'm good now. Everything was good. Literally everything was good except for those bags. So it's just the life of trucking. I think when I get home after a few runs, I'm gonna buy an airbag and learn to replace that fourth bag and just have 4 brand new bags, so I don't have to worry about this fourth one going out on me and then getting dinged by the DOT. You know what I'm saying? So, because I'm not doing that again. I want to save, you know, because I look at the price from Peterbilt. They're like $130 each bag. I don't know if they marked it up a little bit because they needed to sell themselves the TA, but if I buy 4 bags at 130, that's, you know, $520 instead of the $800 that they charge me. Almost $800. It's like $770 or something like that. And then no labor cost. Like, it was almost $500 for labor. So I can save myself $700-800 if I just learn to do that myself. I haven't been on this stretch of road, I don't think, in 8 years. I'm really curious if that's a HOTSHOTer because he has a golf cart. He has a bunch of like recreational vehicles on that trailer, but he has no stickers. I don't know. I saw him at the fuel station I was at. We're 60 miles away, 59 miles away from stopping for the night. So I think this is where I'm going to end this video. That way I can kind of edit it and put it all together for this weekend and drop it this weekend. And then I'll start my next week's video with delivering this load and so on and so forth. So again, appreciate you guys for all the love, all the comments, all the views, everything. I'm super excited for this journey. And if any of you out there are in the HOTSHOT gig looking to get into a big truck, highly recommend just doing it. It was kind of probably the same thing as you when you got into the HOTSHOT. You're like, should I do it? If there's money involved, but you did it, right? Well, if you're looking to get into a big rig, do it. I'm not gonna be like all these guys on Facebook, social media that are gonna tell you not to do it. Because if it's your goal and dream to be in a big rig, might as well do it. But other than that, guys, I'll catch y'all next week. Stay blessed, God bless, keep the shiny side up and the rubber down. I'll catch y'all later.